Hello.
Is it pack o'clock already?
It is. We
Good heavens.
are.
It sure do seem to be back o'clock.
First off, I have an apology. For some reason, Pokelink isn't working today. I don't know what it is. It's probably something I'm doing wrong and I'm just dumb. But we don't have a Pokelink tracker. That being said, Pokelink is great and you should go support them.
You should.
Yep.
Patreon.com/Pokemon.
That being said, hi!
Yeah.
It's been a while, so let's do quick introductions. I'm Rusty. I'm running this Monofire team.
Yep.
The two voices you hear, the disembodied voices, are Nathan and Ian.
That's me.
Okay, actually introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is the Nathan.
That voice is the Nathan. This voice is the Ian. Help differentiate them a little bit. We sound similar, so.
Honestly, we're interchangeable. I mean, there's nothing.
Yeah, no, we both pretty much cover the other's bases pretty well.
And I am myself.
Yep.
So we just finished Search Esther Gym.
I like how when you hear your Pokemon, Blaziken is standing around like he's waiting in line for a Starbucks.
Yeah. We're about to go south and upgrade our bike. And then we will have the whole world available to us.
First, you get the money. Then you get the power. Then you get a bike that can ride on water.
Sick reference, Nathan.
You're welcome.
It was sick as in ill, as in something was wrong with it. Oh no. That's actually really threatening for my team.
Watch Rusty get outplayed.
This is actually really bad.
I know the proper move.
I do too.
Think I do too. It's Cinderace into Electro Ball.
Not necessarily what I would do.
Well, Sucker Punch is gonna fail.
Yep. If he's diving. Keep in mind, whatever you swap into is he's gonna pop up immediately.
Yeah, you won't have time to change your type before he hits you.
Yeah, Sucker Punch would work, except that it's dive and I can't hit it.
Yep.
Larvesta is real bulky, but only because of Eviolite.
Probably not even that bulky.
Yeah.
Ninetales will reduce water damage with its drought.
It will.
Yeah, very good. I assume you and I were on the same page there with that. So,
If I'm being honest, you probably have enough of a level discrepancy that you could have stayed in with Chandelure and probably.
I don't think with Chandelure. Come on.
you're gonna outspeed here.
I know. I don't know what you want me to do about it.
I probably would have healed or something.
He's fine. Dead fish.
And that fish is now dead.
It's dead. It's flopping around on the ground going. Yeah, making fish sounds.
Make those hashtag fish sounds.
Yeah,
So
you
there's
wouldn't
something wrong with my Cinderace. I don't know what. I'm probably going to delete it along with this file because it's kind of a weird color.
Yeah.
Just looks like you need to wash it. Okay.
No!
Get swoosed.
I was like, oh no.
I'm gonna make his mistakes.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh man,
Come
Rusty, you're getting
on.
outplayed here.
This is the hardest fight in the whole game.
Bonk.
Well, at least I'm still electric type.
You're still electric type.
If I miss with a high jump kick, I'm gonna
Die.
throw something.
Here comes the jump kick. Good buddy.
Jesus. That was rough.
Rusty, it's been a while. It's okay.
He's Ian. He's Rusty.
Yeah, we know. That he introduced himself. That's his name. Where he introduced himself.
He hasn't done it in a while, so he's Rusty.
He's always rusty, Nathan.
He's inexperienced because he hasn't done it.
Nathan,
Rusty.
it's time to stop.
I gave myself the giggles there, guys.
So, you should probably go back to that water area now that you have the surfing bike, or do you?
I
do
don't
you,
have it
Go
yet.
down just a little bit further.
Oh, never mind. I was misremembering.
Nope, I get it from down here.
I like how you throw the Blossom to Larvesto because it's easy pickings.
Listen. Sometimes you let it happen.
Drink him!
Schlurp. A crit. That's why it worked. Okay. Someday Larvesta is going to be a very big, strong boy, but it's going to take a minute.
Let's take just a look. The Larvesta may come and hit you in this next gym.
I couldn't understand what you said because you yawned during the entirety of it.
Yeah, I know. Larvesta could come in handy in this next gym.
Yeah.
Very well could.
So, speaking of nothing that we were talking about, I'm completely changing the topic here. Today is December 1st, if you're watching the VOD later on. So today, Sarah B, the website with all the info, put out their advent calendar. And they have a notoriously difficult crossword puzzle every year. As a stream, help solve this puzzle. And by we, I mean Rusty and Ian, because I've already done it. Okay.
Okay.
So your first hint, 8 letters, runs PokeStar Studios, Mr. Blank.
Do you think I remember Gen 5 that well?
I remember Gen 5 that well.
Yes, well,
I did all of these missions.
Well, I want it to be Mr. Bonding, but that's only 7 letters, and he doesn't run PokeStar Studios. I can imagine the guy, I just really don't remember his name.
No, I have no idea what it is. I'd have to look it up.
His name is Mr. Stu D.O.
No, it's not. Nathan,
Yeah.
that's not correct. That can't be correct. That's too stupid to be correct.
And so that the stream can follow along, I'll post the link to the Advent Calendar crossword in the thing.
Yeah, post it in the chat. That way it'll even go up on the YouTube VOD. Because we have a chat in the overlay now.
Yeah, we do.
That's too stupid. That's so dumb.
Come on.
Okay. Five letters.
Oh, Inferno has 50% accuracy, doesn't it?
Yeah, 50-50 accuracy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would switch out here, brother.
I got it. When I hit, I hit.
No,
Wow,
you
that
just
was
added-
That was a crit. Never mind.
yeah.
So 5 letters. The hint is Ash Hadley.
The hint is say again.
Ash, like the gotta catch 'em all boy.
Mhm.
Just take care of the
Yes.
Your whole chat just went away. You went robot and then silent.
Can you hear us now?
Yes.
Okay. 5-letter word, and there are 2 Pokemon that this could fit that I can think of off the top of my head. Ash had 5 letters.
How many letters is Tauros?
6.
Yeah, 6. If we can come back to this one when we have more letters.
I forgot Pango was part dark.
Pango is part dark.
I forgot.
Dark fighting.
That bullet punch is gonna be resisted.
So you have 16 letters. The hint is it creates potions with its internal toxins.
Wait, what was the answer to the first one? 5 letters that Ash has.
Well, we'll come back to it when we have more letters.
Oh, okay.
16 down.
Yes.
It's 16 letters.
16 letters. The hint is it creates potions with its eternal toxin.
Creates potions with its eternal toxin.
Internal, like the things inside it.
Eternal, like lasts forever.
Yeah, sure. That.
What's up, DJ
Now-
Jared? We're working
DJ
on this
Jared.
crossword. If you look in the chat, you can see it there.
I'll post it again. The theme is that every year, Cerebi, which is the Pokemon website that gives you tons of information, he releases a very difficult crossword every year as part of his Advent calendar.
The thing I'm thinking of is Toxapex.
That's not enough letters.
But
Keep in mind that 16 letters is a lot of letters, so you should be thinking, why would a Pokemon have that many letters in its name? We can come back to it when we get more letters.
hold on.
So it's got to be a form of something.
You're probably right.
So what has a poison form?
These are poison forms. Give me a list. I just want a list.
That's not how crosswords work, though.
There are some of them I did have to look up, and there were 2 that I wasn't unable to figure out on my own. This was not one of the ones I needed.
Spammed through that and clicked the wrong thing.
It's not Galorian Slowbro, is it?
You're very close.
Galorian Slow King.
Yes. Galarian Slowking. So, back to that one that Ash had one. 5 letters. You know that the second to last letter is L. 5 letters. Pokemon that Ash had. Second to last letter is L. It took me an embarrassingly long time to figure this one out.
Well, that Glalie just one-shot Blaziken, so that's neat.
What did it use?
Sheer Cold.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that one has a level jump on you, too.
This is a wild one.
Yeah, this is the one in the wild.
Yeah, the only way for a one-hit KO move to work is by out-leveling.
Being the same. Yeah.
It does warm my heart that the Pokemon that defeated this powerful starter that was so good it got banned to Ubers was beaten by an unevolved Vesta.
It's a shot in the dark, Toxel.
Toxel is EL, not LE.
Oh. Okay. Told you it was a shot in the dark.
I will say this is a later gen Pokemon than Ash.
Yeah, I'm not gonna know them.
Hold on. It's Gibble.
You are very close.
Ash had a Gibble, right?
Ash did have a Gibble.
So I got
and-
one of the two that it could be,
Yes.
and it still fit the letters that we know.
Correct. And I thought at first that this was that was the answer as well. As it turns out, it's not.
No idea.
Let's
Let's do that one.
this other one that would help you out.
Yeah.
This is a 8-letter word starting with S. It is not in Sword and Shield.
Shitty.
That is a terrible hint, which is why I basically had to look it up. The list of Pokemon not in Sword and Shield and check them until it was.
That's so shitty though.
Yeah.
An 8-letter mod. Yeah, I can't do that kind of
Yeah.
brain searching while I'm also playing a game.
Yeah. And I'll just go ahead and give you that one so we don't have to go to the list. That one is Samurai.
Samurai.
So, the 5-letter Pokemon, Ash had one, starts with R.
Riolu.
Riolu, you're right.
I didn't know he had a Riolu.
He does, in the most recent anime.
I was going to ask,
Sorry.
how recent it was.
Yeah.
That
gives us 6 letters, starts with L, the Sea Lily Pokemon.
Lombard.
Because that's 5 letters.
Oh, what it is.
6 letters, the what Pokemon?
The Sea Lily Pokemon.
The Sea Corsola is not
You're
it.
right.
It is Lily. Okay.
The Sea Lily Pokemon.
Okay.
Okay. That gets us 6 letters. The second to last letter is N. Its French name is Fermite. What?
Magnezone.
Nope.
No.
6 letters.
6 letters.
The second to last letter is N. We can get you another couple of letters to help you.
Hey, Nathan.
Yeah.
You know how we talked about how spelling is a thing I struggle really, really hard with?
Yeah.
And how that's been a really big source of problems for me in my educational career.
Yeah.
Do you know what this whole thing's based on?
Yeah. Okay. I'll help you out. To give you some more letters for that hint, 9 letters, the Despot Pokemon.
Oh.
It's I know what the Despot Pokemon is. It's the one that screams in the anime. It's the Ultra Beast that's just like got a man scream.
You're thinking of shoot, Guzzlord.
Yeah.
Yes.
And-
Guzzlord does not have none.
Yeah, it doesn't have non-lasers, and I'm pretty sure that's not the Despot
I
Pokemon.
don't think it is.
I'm pretty sure they get classified by their Ultra Beast classification.
They do have an Ultra Beast classification, but that is not the species.
No. So yeah, that's
Guzzlord.
it's the big mouth Pokemon.
Junkivore Pokemon.
Okay.
Okay.
So, other things that could be the Despot Pokemon.
Yes.
Let's see.
What is for
So,
the
yeah, what is a despot?
I don't know.
Rusty, do you know what a
It's like a
despot
tyrant, an evil overlord, a bad king.
is? Rusty is very close with that first thing he said.
Tyrantrum.
You're correct. Tyrantrum is the Pokemon. Do you do another letter? 12 letters. I'm on the road.
To Viridian City. That one was an easy one.
That one's kind of a given. If you watch the anime.
But that's a meme now.
So, you have
Durant.
6-letter Pokemon. First letter is D, middle letter is R, second last letter is N. French name is Fermite.
Durant.
Durant. Because it's a ferrous termite. Fermite.
Okay. I saw the letters we had, and I'm like, oh, that's Durant.
It is
You
Durant.
only know that because basketball. You'd recognize Durant's name anywhere because of
Yeah.
Kevin, which
We
is
don't talk
also
about
the
Kevin
only
anymore.
correct nickname for a Durant.
13 letters given by Peony to investigate legendary Pokemon.
But Peony didn't.
Clues! No, that's not 13
Specifically?
letters.
That is not,
No.
but you're close.
Um.
They are the key items given in the Ground Tundra.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the actual name of them was.
Second letter is E.
What did he call them?
A clue about a legendary Pokemon.
God, I just
Is it the legendary Clues?
It is legendary clue.
Ha! I'm the best!
okay. Oh, shit. I was trying to remember what they were called, like on the screen.
I'm so good at games.
6 letters. It can only
Beldum.
learn Tackle in Sword and Shield through level up.
Beldum.
I was going to give Rusty a chance, but yes. It is Beldum.
Magikarp.
Magikarp also. learns
No,
how to
I know
move.
it also gets Flail and
Also
like
Splash.
Hydro Pump.
Also, get on my level. I knew that.
You did. I'm proud of you. This is 7 letters. The second to last letter is E. The last move it learns is Belch.
I don't know. Belch doesn't have a lot of distribution.
I did have to look up a list of Pokemon that learn Belch for this one. I did not know it off the dome.
I don't know. What would know Belch?
And I'll even give you an additional hint. It's not a poison type.
See, I was immediately going to poison types.
What is the? What are we looking at?
Oh,
clues
wow. Good
wise?
job, Blaziken.
What is the entirety of? Oh, dang it! What is the entirety of the clue?
7 letters. Second to last letter is E. The last move it learns is Belch. So, you can work backwards from this answer. What does Belch do?
It consumes a berry and eats it,
Yes. And then
and then
you
deals 120 damage.
Yes. So you have to think which Pokemon are themed around berries.
Not Greedent.
Greedent does not fit. You're right.
Is it
Stop!
what evolves into Greedent? Rusty, what evolves into Greedent? Rusty, I can't
Squavit.
remember what evol-
Squavit.
Yes, it is Squavit. This
Why
was
did
something
this
after-
wishy-washy stay in big so long? Taking out 2 of my Mons. I'm really weak to water, guys.
Really? On your fire team?
Yeah. DJ Jared, I don't think any of us really have anything that runs iOS stuff.
All right.
I can
this is-
confirm that I have nothing that runs on iOS.
I deal with stuff at work that runs on iOS. Knows all electric tools.
10 letters. The third to last letter is P. The hint is it knows electric terrain. I did have to look up a list of Pokemon that learn electric terrain for this one.
Unknown P.
That's it. The third last to last letter in unknown P is P.
Oh, the third to last letter. I thought you said the last letter is P. Never mind.
Unknown, famously able to learn moves that aren't hidden power.
Okay. It's not the Tapus.
It is not Tapu.
Yeah.
10 letters used to mega evolve a Pokemon. This one took me a minute.
Mega Space Stone.
No.
Mega Stone does not have enough letters.
Yeah.
No, that you're not putting the space in.
Even if you put the space in, it's not enough letters.
It's 10
You have to
letters.
put a lot of spaces.
Didn't you say 10 letters?
Yes, and none of these have space.
It's not.
Actually, no, I think you're right.
Yeah.
With the space, it is.
Yeah, it is, Nathan.
Yeah. I wouldn't have to do a lot of letters. There would be one space. Mega Space
Yep.
Stone is 10.
Yeah. Unfortunately, space doesn't work.
What do
Okay.
they use for the actual Mega Evolution? The rings.
So it's a 10 letter
Yes.
ite.
No.
Used to mega evolve a Pokemon. This one took me a minute to figure out.
It's one
I
of
don't
the
remember.
it's one of the ites that's 10 letters.
It is not.
I don't remember what they call.
Oh.
I don't remember what they called the piece of jewelry that you.
The actual the rock that the trainer holds is called a keystone, which is not enough letters.
It's not.
Is it
I
the
will tell
key?
you, it took.
Is it the
E.
key bracelet?
It is not Mega Bracelet, though that is enough letters.
Yeah.
I also originally thought it was going to be Mega Anchor, because that's what Archie uses to Mega Evolve his Mega Sharpedo, but that it took me a while to figure it out.
I didn't say mega bracelet. I said key bracelet.
The first 4 letters are Mega. I'll give you that. But keep in mind, the main series games are not the only place where you can Mega Evolve Pokemon. Ian is opening up his phone. He's opening up Pokemon Go. He's on the hunt. He's figuring it out.
I hate this.
You are getting close.
I hate this so much. When you said main series, I'm like, oh no. I don't know. Anything on here to what else I wait to make it evolve?
Surely you have a Beedrill.
No, I haven't done that thing.
You surely have a Beedrill.
I've got one, yeah, but I don't think I'm not sure if I've advanced. advanced the story in that line enough to.
Look, the 1 week I was playing, I managed to read this word. I picked up Pokemon Go for a little bit to get the G-Max Meltan.
Oh my god, Pokemon Go still has not loaded.
Yeah, it takes some.
I don't know.
Good on Larvesta to take on a Toxapex.
Toxapex, he is nasty.
That was merciless damage, too.
That was a crit.
And you burned him. He's the little larva that could.
Yay! I might
Okay.
do it.
Hold on, I will find this.
Will you?
If he hadn't crit there, I probably would have done it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But I think he's going to get me with liquidation here. We're in a
It is
range.
mega energy. You're right. He was guaranteed to crit there, actually, due to his ability Merciless.
Because he always crits when you're poisoned?
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So, this one was a particularly annoying one, too. 10 letters. The third letter is A. The third from last letter, or the fourth letter is A. The third to last letter is P. It knows electric terrain.
This would be a. So.
This is a
Say the
very-
clues again.
Okay, 10 letters. The fourth letter is A. The third to last letter is P. It knows electric terrain. This is a very specific Pokemon.
Who's like a terrain setter? That.
Now, keep in mind the terrain's moves have existed since Generation 6.
I know. I'm trying to. I'm trying to think. So I was like, okay, who was in Dix? And then I'm like, that actually doesn't really help me because they always adjust movesets.
Yeah.
Has the terrain really been around for 3 gens now?
Yep. Now, I have actually used this Pokemon. And I will tell you, a lot of these are specific forms.
It's not a Alolan Golem.
Nope.
See, I was thinking initially Raichu, but
You're getting actually really close.
Alolan Raichu.
no, that doesn't fit.
If A was the fifth letter, you'd be closer, but A is the fourth letter.
What are the Pika clones?
Is it Morpeko?
It is not Morpeko.
No.
Dedenne.
The electric steel one. What is it?
The what?
Electric steel.
Togedemaru.
Okay. That's not it.
I'll give you that. This is a form.
Was I close on the Alolan or was I close on the Raichu?
You were close on the right.
It's not Alolan. It can't be Alolan.
There's no such thing
Yeah,
as
that's
a
not
Alolan.
Alolan.
There's a Raichu. It's a Alolan Raichu. You have gotten the correct family. It knows electric terrain.
Some sort of event Pikachu.
Yeah, it's
Sort of.
Surfing Pikachu.
It is not Surfing Pikachu.
It's not Ash's Pikachu.
Now, think of a Pokemon, the fourth letter in their name is A.
King now.
Think of a Pokemon.
Pikachu.
Pikachu. Right. P-I-K-A, Chew. But then the next letter is P. Then you have 2 letters after that.
I don't know what this is.
Can you think of a Pikachu that's had different forms?
The cosplay Pikachu.
Correct.
It's one of the cosplay Pikachus?
Yes, it is. Do you know its name?
No, Nathan.
Pikachu.
Rocker Pikachu.
Nope. That one knows Meteor Mash.
Pop?
Nope. Pikachu Popstar, I think, learns Disarming.
Hold on. What's the clue?
It's 10 letters, so you have Pikachu P, and then 2 more letters. It knows electric terrain.
I don't know the names. There's
Pikachu
Libre.
Pie, the pie Pokemon. The Pikachu that got baked into a pie one time and is dead.
I
Like
know
this
Pikachu
bit.
Libre.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Okay, so there are 5 forms, each one corresponding with the contest category.
Yeah.
So Pikachu Libre is the tough.
Yeah.
Pikachu Rocker is the cool. Pikachu Popstar is cute. Pikachu Bell is the beauty. Do you know the last one?
It's something clever. It's for clever.
Yep. So if you're smart, what would you earn? That starts with a P. What do smart people learn? 3 letters starts with a P. What do they own? What are they?
We
The
don't
worst.
know, Nathan.
HD.
Okay.
Okay.
Pikachu PhD. The form that learns electric terrain.
That was stupid.
Obviously, you didn't use Pikachu PhD in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
No, Nate.
No!
Pikachu Bell, actually.
You can actually swap between the forms.
I know. I use Pikachu Bell.
For the most part, I did too. This one I had to look up. The 4 letters, the second letter is M, take 3 prize cards when defeated. I don't know anything about the TCG, so
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Yeah. Apparently it is VMAX.
VMAX. Okay.
Sure.
Cool.
15 letters. The 4th letter is N. Can burn an opponent.
Again, that's such a shitty. Is it? It could be a Pokemon. It could be a move. It could be an ability.
I think, based on the hint, it's either a move.
That's what I'm thinking too. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Think of moves and abilities that have that many letters. Think of a move with that many letters that can burn things.
It's with that many letters. It's got to be like, it's a special move,
I would say this one's relatively special, yeah.
right? It's like a
Not like physical special, but like
it's yeah. Like, so it's either got to be somebody's like signature move,
Yeah.
Or like a
can you think of a subset of moves that have a lot of letters?
yeah, the stones, the Z moves.
C moves have a lot of letters.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to pull up.
And I'll give you a
Oh
place.
shit! This is the Let's Go moves.
That's actually the line I was thinking of at first too.
Sizzly
but-
Slide.
Yes, and that's the only fire type.
Yeah.
And it is not that, because the 4th letter is N. So, if you're gonna burn something,
Burning jealousy.
yes, it is. Good job. was wondering when you did. To peel back the curtain, Ian has burning jealousy on his
Yeah, I didn't know.
chandelier.
Yeah, I didn't know Burning Jealousy was 15 letters. I told you it's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of letters can burn you.
Yeah. Well, I was initially going to C moves. So I'm like, okay, what,
7 letters. The heaviest Pokemon. The third letter is
The third letter is what?
S, as in Sierra.
S.
I don't know. It's gonna be like a legendary.
Yes, that is correct. There are 2 Pokemon that are actually tied for the heaviest.
I knew this because I looked it up. But
This is one of the ones I was like, okay, I knew that one off the dome of me.
Gen 6. Oh,
It is not Gen 6.
well, I'm saying that's like when I looked it up. And when I could have told you.
But I'll tell you, this Pokemon was introduced after that.
6 letters?
Yes, 7 letters.
It's not Stack Attacker.
It is not Stack Attack.
I'm thinking of big, fat things.
This Pokemon's not actually all that big. But it is the heaviest Pokemon. As a matter of fact, if you base on the height, it's one of the smallest.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I was initially
Making this
thinking,
Pokemon incredibly small, dense.
yeah, I was in.
It's not Metagross.
Yeah,
Metagross.
yeah, I was initially thinking like Melmetal and Meltan, but
It is not.
introduced after Gen 6, so it's a Gen 7 or 8. That's the legendary. That's small. What does Cosmog evolve into?
That's a good question. Do you remember?
Rusty was. It's not Cosmoem.
Yeah,
That's right.
Cosmoan.
Yeah.
Cosmoem is tied with Celesteela for being the heaviest Pokemon. I think the implication is that it's like a white for native stuff.
It's a black hole.
This one is one I had to look up the list of Pokemon. 11 letters. The third letter is G. It is 1.1 meters. Who knows the latest Pokemon off the top of their head?
Yeah. No, I have no idea.
We'll come back to it. 9 letters. Factoring in its abilities, has 2 weaknesses. I tell you, both of those are forms. Most of these are forms. And we'll come back to those.
During in abilities. Okay, so
15 down, the High King Pokemon.
High King.
Not High King like taking a walk. High Space King Pokemon.
Shit. 15 letters again. It will be a form.
It is.
And we've already used like Galarian Slowking.
Which Pokemon are the dankest?
This one is actually a fairly dank Pokemon.
Yeah, because a lot of forms are like poison for something. I feel like,
Sure, if I
I just feel like.
I don't think it's true. Off the dome, the only ones I can think of are
And,
Slowking.
and that might just be like a that might just be like a Reese's.
It's 15 letters, the High King Pokemon.
God, I should know this. I'm trying to think of like
Which Pokemon is a king?
there are a lot.
There are a lot.
I'm trying to think of like something that's got king or something in its name that's a form.
It doesn't explicitly have the word king in its name. It does have another word that means king.
God, I should know this.
Just right. You actually got it.
What?
It does have Rex in its name. Which does mean king.
Nathan,
Yeah.
I think it's time to consider
Yeah.
that maybe doing a crossword over audio with someone who is bad at spelling and another person who's focusing on playing a video game
Yeah.
uh, may not have been a 100% great call.
Yeah. Ian looked it up, so he knows. What is it, Ian?
It's Calyrex.
Yes. Which form? Because it's 15 letters.
I don't even know the names of the forms.
Ice Rider.
Calyrex Ice Rain.
Yeah, I wouldn't have ever pulled out Ice Rider.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just don't know their names. They're very fresh.
Yeah, it's true. But I did just happen to know that his species name was the High King Pokemon.
Because of course.
Calyrex is the King Pokemon, and then the forms of the High King,
Yeah.
which is cool. This one's an easy one. 5 letters, an ability that allows for the use of 2 abilities.
An ability that allows for the use of 2 abilities, itself and another ability.
The recursive. Yeah.
I don't actually.
They have-
It's Calorex's
So,
ability.
that's one. Yeah.
It is.
It's Calorex's ability.
Yes. 5
Um,
letters. Do you remember what it's called?
It's called As One.
As One. Which, dope name. Love that name.
I
It's
really, really like 2 abilities that it allows you to use 2 abilities itself and an additional ability.
good. Nope.
6 letters. Third to last letter is O. A nickname for a legendary Pokemon.
It's still not. Damn it.
What?
I was thinking Bando.
Bando. This is not a community-given nickname. It's a in-game nickname.
What legendary has a nickname?
Ian, which legendary does have a nickname?
Oh.
There's a very... This legendary Pokemon plays a very central role in the game.
Neb. It's not Nebby.
It's the correct... You've got the species correct.
Oh, Cosmo.
Cosmo is correct. That's not its nickname. You remember in Crown Tundra? The old lady who has the Cosmo?
Yeah?
She gave hers a nickname.
I'm sure she did.
Do you remember what she called it?
No.
I doubt you do. Its nickname was, of course, Floofy.
Okay. Whatever, man.
7 letters. It dances when the sea is calm. This one I did have to look at.
It's not Suicune.
It's not.
I don't know.
I had to look up the list of water types. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give it to you. It's breeding.
Okay. Yeah. I'd have looked. I had to look at the list there too.
This is a good one. 14 letters. The first Pokemon spin-off game. And I'll help you out. The first few letters are Pokemon.
It's a Mystery Dungeon.
Not Mystery Dungeon.
Um,
Before that,
Stadium.
you're correct. It's Pokemon Stadium.
I didn't know if they counted those as spin-offs.
There you are. All right. 9 letters. Factoring in abilities, it has 2 weaknesses. The second to last letter is O. The 5th letter is O. And I'll give you a hint. This one has a form.
But this is not the.
This is the form.
Or seeing or I think Oricorio, but
That is incorrect. Though I like the way you're thinking.
lots of R's.
Oricorio does have two of them, or more than two weaknesses. This is not quite enough for an Oricorio film.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. Which Pokemon do you think that is? The Pokemon with forms.
Yeah.
Its name starts with R.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Now, factoring its ability, it has two weaknesses.
Its abilities. Had 2 weaknesses. Frost.
It's not Frost Rotom.
No. It's one of the.
You have to correct them.
Yeah. It's one of the Rotoms. No, because Ice is more weaknesses than that.
Correct.
Is it Fly? Is it the fan?
It is not Rotom Fan.
No.
Is it Wash?
It is not.
We'll go through all the Rotom forms, so just tell us.
It is Rotom Heat.
Heat. Okay.
Heat Rotom.
We only had one more.
You have
Well, we had to cut.
It's not the letters. 11 letters. This one is a form. It is 1.1 meters.
No, right?
The third letter is G. The last letter.
Okay,
G
you
is
guys
the-
cut off again. Discord is being
Done.
the really frustrating thing is you keep getting cut off halfway through sentences too.
Okay, so what category of forms would have G as the third letter?
Gigantum. Oh, as the third letter.
Yes. The Gigantamax would work.
Mega.
It is not.
It's Mega.
Mega. Can you think of a Mega Pokemon that would be about a meter that ends with E?
See, I didn't know we were looking for meter because your voice cut out and I did not hear that.
Yeah. 1.1 meters.
1.1 meters, a Mega that is
So it's
1.1 meters
Yeah.
tall.
Yes.
Long.
Long or tall. That's generally what that's measured. So I'll tell you, this is one of the smaller Mega.
Okay. It's not. I don't know. Trying to think.
For me to get this one, I did have to look up the list of Pokemon.
I don't know what it is.
It's Mega Diancie.
Okay, yeah. I wouldn't have known that.
This mythical Pokemon has had the most separate movie appearances. 6 letters. Last letter is I.
Celebi.
Yeah, that's a shoot.
It's like, it's gotta be-
Yay!
Well, just looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's got to be Celebi, and then
And then this one I also had to look up. 11 letters ending in M. It's grumpy and stubborn.
Yeah.
This is a Alolan Golem.
Snorlaxum. Snorlaxum.
Why? I don't get it. I don't get where you're supposed to get that from.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Dex entry or whatever, but
Yeah, no, it's based on Dex entry. How are you guys good? I'm trying to. And that's it.
No!
It's not very effective. Here comes the jump kick.
did you miss a jump kick? Is that
I
what
did
happened?
miss a jump kick, yes.
I saw it. I heard you yell no and saw lots of damage and extrapolated.
That's a lot of damage. Rusty's doing a smart thing. They're hitting it from the special defense.
There's one
No,
sun.
I'm just setting up sun and going for highest damage with fire because both of my fighting types got hecked on.
Yeah.
Both of my Pokemon that have access to fighting.
Cinderace for a moment was fighting today.
No.
You can't counter a flamethrower.
Or obstruct.
You can't obstruct. I mean, you can obstruct a flamethrower, but you don't get the penalty.
You don't get the ooh bad touch.
Yeah.
Obstagoon looks like it would touch you bad.
He's got his hands in the no touchy pose.
The Pee Wee Herman position.
Yeah, that's it. Also, I think foxes in real life beat raccoons. Don't call me.
I don't know. Raccoons are pretty vicious.
Yeah,
And foxes are actually kind of
they're actually kind of small.
yeah. They're small and like not actually like very strong.
Well, and if a fox could breathe fire, then
You can somewhat tame a fox. You can't really tame a raccoon.
Yes, Nathan. But what if that raccoon had energy of pure darkness?
into punk rock, like UK punk.
UK punk is something else.
It is something else.
Also, you don't really know what they're saying.
What they're saying, they talk.
Yeah, he could be singing literally anything in his boss fight.
Yeah.
Could be it could be the theme song to Titanic. Heart
think that's
Will
probably
Go
what he's
On.
saying.
It could be Subhuman by Throbbing Gristle.
Ah. You sure brought that up.
I sure did. Chat, if you want to hear a very, very, very bad song, look up Subhuman by Throbbing Gristle.
Yeah. Sweaty, you have to wear.
And
your
then,
uniform
as
on,
you're
like,
listening to Subhuman by Throbbing Gristle, just keep in mind, Throbbing Gristle has a greatest hits album.
featuring such hits as the Gristle still throbs.
Featuring such hit songs as Subhuman and Hamburger Lady.
And the other hit says, we should have probably got that checked a long time ago. Wow, you made me think about Throbbing Gristle again. That's bad.
It is. It's really bad.
You know, I bet you could take that Meowth out. What with your fire types and such.
Probably.
Listen, soloing Dynamax Pokemon is not that hard.
Hey, look at my stick drift.
I was wondering what was going on there.
Yeah,
Beeline.
yeah, that was pretty apparent. Yeah,
So you can tell that it's getting worse.
just really likes balls, okay?
Look, man, we're going to the top. So we gotta go up.
Yeah, your controller's helping you out.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
Rusty,
long
do you
way
have
to
a
the
plan
top
for-
if you want to rock and roll. What?
Rusty, do you have a plan to fight the dragon?
I don't really, other than put in Sun's second turn to get rid of the weather that's going to happen.
Yes. Maybe he should use the key to fight the dragon.
The dragon.
Maybe you should not try that one again.
I mean, the dragon is steel type, so...
Right. No, I don't really have a great Princess Daphne. That was a timely Dawn Bluth reference.
It was certainly John Bluth. Yep.
Oh.
It wasn't a Meowth, Nathan. It was a Berserker.
Ah. Meowth 2.0.
Idiot.
Yeah, Carter.
Fool.
Sure.
Dodingus.
You're a Dodingus.
That's a dingus, but doer.
It's one of those big dinosaurs from Zelda.
Yeah. I can't wait to bomb some Dodingus.
That's what we need in the Breath of the Wild sequel.
Dodingus.
Dodongos.
The ancient form of Dodongos, the Dodingus.
I would love to actually fight some Dodongos and
I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos.
Wombo too.
I sure
say
do
that-
love not being able to run uphill because my controller is drifting the wrong direction.
We Ian and I off stream just 100% of Age of Calamity, so I'm very much excited for Zelda Camp right now.
Oh yeah, no, it's there.
They can cut the itch.
And so we didn't actually know a lot going into Age of Calamity, and so we were actually surprised by a fair bit of it.
There are some interesting twists and turns.
There were certainly some choices they made. Also, all of the characters feel just so good. Like, you go to a Hyrule Warrior, Dynasty Warrior for the power fantasy, and they deliver.
Yeah.
So these monotype teams tend to really have a problem with Doublade. Not this monotype team.
No, I don't think you're gonna have too many issues.
Nah. Doublade's a good mon, but yeah.
Do I outspeed a Poltegeist?
Almost certainly.
We will see.
We shall see.
Eat up that tea, Rusty. Throw
Schlorp.
that kettle.
We did it.
Yeah,
We won.
he's just getting hit it with a bunch of dead energy.
Dead Energy would be a cool band name. That can't be already taken now.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's got to be a Dead Energy or something.
Biking, and we're biking, and
He's biking.
So if you get a cup of coffee and put it in one of those like sports mugs that you can take for your athletics that keeps it hot. And you go on a bike ride.
Yep.
Are you Joe Bikin?
That sure was a stretch there.
Why didn't you just say thermos?
Because I couldn't think of the word thermos.
Like, I thought your pun was going to include thermos because, like, of how difficult pains you were going to avoid saying thermos.
No. It was like that scene in Infinity War when Shuri was like, "Why didn't you just technobabble the robot man?" And the Hulk was like, "We didn't think of that." Which I thought was really good. It was just a legitimate, just like, we didn't, like, you're better than us.
Yeah, it takes a big man, not necessarily a big green man, but a big man to admit to that sort of thing. Okay, so she's got those little, like, thingies that, like, keep your glasses from flying away.
Mm-hmm.
What strenuous activities is she doing that she's at risk of her glasses flying?
Pokemon training?
Is she?
She lives in the Pokemon world.
Yeah, but not everybody who's
Not everybody is a competitive Pokemon trainer. I guess you are calling the competitive side that you participate in as part of every game Pokemon training. When I say Pokemon training, I just mean
like owning a Pokemon.
She has a Pokemon, which puts you at risk of strenuous activity on the daily, no matter what or who you are, or what or who it is. Even a Magikarp eventually learns Thrash.
I say I don't know what day-to-day activities would lead her to, like, oh man, I gotta get one of those glasses things. Keep losing the specs.
Does she have any canon Pokemon?
I think she's got Pokemon in her house.
You assume someone like that just has Pokemon in and around their life.
Well, I think, like, literally, when you go to her house, she has Pokemon.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of specific ones that would be, like, explaining it. Like, What's-Her-Face has a Yamper.
Yeah.
There are some very big dogs that would justify having... I know some dogs in my real life that would justify having a glasses holder like she has. And they don't have electric powers.
Again, she's a biologist.
Well, she's studying specifically the Dynamax.
Yeah, and what is Dynamaxing? Warping space-time.
Yeah.
Maybe if that happens, you want to...
She accidentally her glasses with Galar part. Well, I feel like it'd be more dangerous to have that, because then your glasses, like, weigh you down and break your old neck.
I'm not saying that the glasses get imbued with the particles. I'm saying that there's a lot of air displacement when one of those things happen. When we beat them, they fucking explode.
They explode, like, spectacularly.
I'm not sure how much time she's actually spending in a raid den anymore.
But there's the chance, Nathan.
Yeah.
And you never know. Maybe she doesn't wear them. You know, there's some people that only wear the glasses part of the time.
Maybe they're just a whole. When she was, like, doing younger and doing her research, like, into the caverns and stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, why take these off?
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
The dragons and whatnot.
It may just be an aesthetic choice for her.
It's true.
She's like,
Just really
I'm
stealing.
old and this looks professory. I have met at least one college professor that wore a pocket protector because he thought it was the image he should be projecting to the world.
Yeah.
He did not carry pins in the pocket. He did have the protector, though.
I feel like if you're a college protector, the real like ensemble that you're going for is the elbow pads.
Tweed jacket with elbow pads. Yeah. But again, I
I
work.
see a guy with elbow patches, and I go, that man hits.
Well, I work with in a college
No,
environment.
I didn't want Ninetales out yet. He's gonna set sun and then rain. No.
Rusty got swoosed.
He did get swoosed.
Honestly, I thought I would have time to edit my team before this fight went on.
I would just kill him. I think the Pelipper is the most dangerous thing here.
Chandelure is dozing off. Must be sleepy.
Get bonked. By a ball of ghost goo.
Ghost goo, ghost goo.
Yeah, you're right. This is actually just a pretty easy fight, though.
Just kill the Pelipper and then.
I do like the theming. They Pokemon that sets weather and a dragon that can take advantage of that weather is
Quite kill. I expected to do. It was almost certainly a raid.
in particular. It was very smart of them to do Coat, Hakamoto. That's very clever. Not immediately intuitive.
The next one, I believe, is the Torkoal and the Turtonator.
Misty doesn't even need to set up a slot.
No.
It's already set up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
thought
do
it
have
was
the-
going to put me directly into that fight again. I was like, no, please?
Please, sir, no. Yeah, you don't really have a good, actual, move answer to this.
Torkoal
did-
and what?
Turtonator.
Turtonator. Fire Dragon.
Which, funnily enough, are two things that Misty does not have on his team.
He does not have the mains. No, I can't say main Sunsetter.
Misty has a Sunsetter.
Yeah, he's got one of the two main Sunsetters, and then Turtonator is an interesting one. I actually really like Turtonator. He gave me one in Neglock. I did.
Let's just hit things really, really hard
Yeah,
for
I
this
do
one.
like that.
Let's just...
Hey Nathan, what's the way to win a battle?
You see, the goal is to, if you're going to change a Pokemon's stats, the best thing you can do is change the opponent's HP stat to 0.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was Ninetales. I kept sworn it was.
Raihan uses a Torkoal in his Champion Cup.
Now that might be what I'm thinking.
I should have brought in a special user for this Turtonator.
Probably would have been a huge smart move, but
I would kill the Ninetales and then worry about.
Avoided the attack.
it can miss.
Flame Thrower.
Bonk.
Please stop focusing my favorite Mon.
Nope. And you got a crit.
They critted you. You got speed drop.
But don't worry, Blaziken's faster. Hopefully this Blaziken kills first. Do you remember that this Fireball is double resistant going into it?
It'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Even with the Sun Boost, it's double resistant.
Yeah, I forgot that
Bonk.
Dragon resists really hard. Cinderace is so slow.
Predator's
Let's...
never fast. But... Yeah. Don't worry, you'll get a double kick off. And he's not even shell trapped.
I'm still faster than Turtonator.
That's hilarious.
That's wild.
Tornado is very slow.
That's extremely slow, guys.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to outspeed there.
Yeah, you're at like 0.5 speed right now.
Wow.
And then this one is Ice Ice. Baby.
Part of me wants to kind of break quarantine and go to GameStop and get a controller. And the other part of me is like, I've made it so long and they're starting to roll out vaccines next month, I can make it a little bit longer.
Well,
I think it's going to be a while before.
It'll be a long time before it's available to the masses, probably looking at spring. The thing you can do is you can go order those online and have them shipped directly to you. That might be something to think about.
I'm sure they can do like a curbside pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of stores you just like call them and say, "Hey, this is my order. Can you bring it out to my car?"
I'm out here.
Isn't
And
Nintendo also doing a mail-in replacement kind of thing?
I think they stopped doing that.
Why
Because
would
of
they
that.
stop doing that?
I think that
They were wrong.
I think they did have a thing where, and don't quote me on this, it's been a while since I read it, but I think they did have a thing where you could send your Joy-Cons in and take care of them. I think they may have shut that down.
Yeah.
But I don't actually know the specific.
Cinderace
Yeah.
is naturally faster than Blaziken.
Yeah. Blaziken's actually not all that fast.
He's got like base 85.
Let's see. Magmar ends up being special, right?
Yes, especially yours because yours is
It's probably a good call. Having another way to set an element is not bad.
set of weather.
Yeah, set of weather. Wow, that was resistant. It still did over half. Noble Roar.
You bonked your belly.
And your fire chicken. Double kick here.
If Cinderace uses Sucker Punch and the Hakamo'o attacks the Blaziken, does Sucker Punch still trigger?
Yes.
Yes.
As long as he's
Okay.
using a damage.
As long as he's using a damaging
he is-
move.
He is fighting type. That's
He-
one thing to point out.
He might...
Um,
yeah, he is.
The other thing is he could just noble.
Yeah.
Right.
But-
No, I knew that he could Noble Roar. I'm weighing my chances. I know that he might not use an offensive move, but It would move Sucker Punch from an option to a never use if he could avoid it by just attacking the other person. I would just never use it.
Resist Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
He does. You're right. I wasn't thinking about that. I'm just gonna do everything again.
So this should kill him,
This is going to wreck him.
even though he does resist it. But yeah, no, it'll still kill.
Cinderace's stats are too good.
Cinderace is supposed to be real good in OU right now. As a matter of fact, Blaziken just dropped to UU today.
Really?
Yeah, Blaziken.
The thing that got banned from Ubers once?
Not banned from Ubers. But
Banned from OU? Yeah.
Did it drop because Cinderace has replaced it?
I think that is at least partially a factor.
If you got a Leopard Berry, you should use it. Remember, he's also going to set Sandstorm here.
Yep.
And it is Gigalith and
If memory serves, Gigalith.
Flygon. I don't know, it's been a week.
Gigalith, Flygon, Sandaconda, Duraludon.
Mm-hmm.
So Blaziken's gonna double kick the Gigalith. Cinderace is going to swap into Ninetales to take out the Sandstorm.
So, do you want the thing to say is, do you want to use the turn to switch because that is a rock type and a ground type out there, or do you
I might
wanna
just
leave-
use both my fighting moves and then swap somebody into Ninetales.
that works?
Get rid of the Gigalith. Be sure the Gigalith is gone. Let me look at my TRs and see if I've got something a little bit more reliable than
Remember, Body Press goes bite.
an Aura Sphere, but no. Can learn Earthquake.
Blaziken can learn Earth.
And that's
I did not
Yeah,
know that he had that coverage.
yes, he does. It's very nice.
We saw it in that one run I did.
Yeah.
Brick Break over High Jump Kick, maybe?
But he.
Oh, no. High Jump Kick is Cinderace. Blaziken is
Yeah.
Double Kick. I actually kind of like Double Kick right now because it breaks through Sturdy.
The thing to think about with double kick is if you Dynamax, it's weaker because it's a multi-hit move. The max knuckle off of Brick Brick will be stronger.
I don't think that's a huge difference.
Yeah, it's not like a
It's probably only like 20 base power.
it's like a 20 or 30 base power different. But where I think double kicks is like 90, I think that one's like 110 or 120.
Okay.
So that would be a thing to think about. But again, have hit moves. Again, break sturdy. You won't have to worry about that in this fight specifically. But
Oh,
This
this one doesn't have Sturdy?
It does not.
right, the Gigalith is the thing that's at sand.
And I can relearn.
Yeah, you can relearn.
Oh, and it's just Double Kick. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do this.
Yeah.
I think it's just straight up better right now. I wish I had a better fighting move than High Jump Kick for Cinderace.
Normally around like late 50s, early 60s, he learns Sky Uppercut.
I don't know if Sky Uppercut's in this game. I don't know. It may be. I think competitive Blaziken's run close comp.
Yeah.
Competitive Cinderace does run High Jump Kick. I just don't like it. I don't like the risk of it hits so hard, but if you miss, it's worse than missing with any other move. You're just dead.
I don't know if Cinderace gets any other fighting moves besides High Jump Kick. I haven't looked at its move pool.
I think it does get just High Jump Kick.
That's the reason.
I think it gets some low power fighting moves, but I think that's part of. I think it's intentional that it doesn't get better fighting moves. It gets the one strong one, and it
The
has a
Harvest
huge
Power
drawback because it's very good and has libero. So if you want fighting, that's what you got.
Yeah. My gut is that if it doesn't even get Brick Break, which has pretty good distribution, then it probably doesn't get many other fighting moves.
Yeah.
Normally, if it doesn't get Brick Break, it also won't get Close Combat. Point after you become the champion, you should be able to take Leon's number one. Don't at me.
You can take number one at the beginning.
No, I
Just
think what
being
Ian
number
is
one.
saying is that you get number one, and then Leon has to swap his uniform to a number two, like in game.
I think you have to be 0-0.
Like you should. Like what I'm saying is, once you become the champion, you should get the. You should get number one because you're the best. Around, ain't nobody ever gonna get you down. I like his eyes. They're very nice color. Yep. Kill
Bonk.
and down.
Oh, I got him.
Ah. So now you can switch in whoever you want to go to Sun to stop the sandstorm.
Yes, but keep in mind every time you hit the sand at combat, it's going to reset the scenes.
Oh, does it have an ability that resets?
Sand
Sand
spit.
spit.
So every time you hit it physically?
I think just every time you hit it, maybe every time you hit physical movement.
Well,
I don't
that's absurd.
It's pretty something.
I just can't really deal with the sand.
Just kill him.
What?
You can just
When this Pokemon is hit by a damaging move.
I appreciate you guys telling me that. A breaking swipe is ruining me.
There's a reason he's the last gym leader. He has a game plan.
don't worry, your Blaziken's super fast.
Will Sand Spitter trigger on the last time I hit it?
I think if you knock it out, it will trigger.
Normally stuff like that does.
Okay.
And a bit of a correction, I was wrong, it's just Sand Spit, not Sand Spitter, but telling on myself.
If this were Undertale, it'd be Sand Spit.
Stop. No!
Hit him, Goliath.
You misled me.
Next. I still think you got it.
So yeah, I don't know who you want to Dynamax here. Blaziken's at -2, -3.
Something like that. Maybe he doesn't want to Dynamax any of this.
I'm swapping Blaziken out. I at least need to reset its attack, and it's got only nothing. I'm going to Dynamax Ninetales and Flamethrow it, set up Sun at the same time, and then swap Blaziken into something else. But Flamethrower is going to be hitting specially, not physically, so Breaking Swipe isn't
it's big a deal.
ruining me.
Yeah.
That
sounds like a good plan to Nathan.
And then Blaziken's going to swap into maybe Chandelure to hit real hard with an Inferno if it hits.
Yeah.
Or Magmar's Flamethrower, which will hit significantly less hard.
Especially when Sun boosted, that's still do a pretty
What?
decent chunk.
What?
Especially if Sun boosted, that will do a pretty decent chunk.
Okay.
Magmar can also Sunny Day if the Duraludon decides to next ones.
Yeah.
But I guess that doesn't matter if Ninetales speeds.
Bless you, by the way.
Thank you.
He Dynamaxes the Flygon here. And we're just like, what?
You broke your swipe.
Please hit the Ninetales. Okay.
I really want Sandstorm.
His whole strategy is to just have Sandstorm up the whole fight, huh?
Pretty much, yeah.
And the Duraludon's dead. Just gotta kill the Flygon.
I wonder if they chose Duraludon instead of any other rock or ground pseudo just because having a pseudo legendary in rock would have been kind of ridiculous, or in Sandstorm. Like, I would have had significantly more trouble dealing with a Tyranitar there.
Yeah, totally. I just think he's the Dragon Gym leader. They want to have give him a Dragon Ace.
Ha! Get dead.
Burn!
You killed yourself.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And I didn't lose any Mons.
Nice.
Nothing fainted.
Good job.
Not like on the Fire Gym,
Yeah.
which,
At least on paper, this is what gyms.
Yeah.
say again?
I said on paper, at least, this is probably one of the harder gyms for me.
Yeah.
See, in mine, I just immediately Dynamaxed and went in.
Yeah.
Give me breaking swipe. Yeah. Challenge at 420.
Yay, blaze it! Blaze it, Kenny.
I get it.
Nobody's ever made that joke before.
You're the first ever.
Yeah, I've said before that I am Genesis stoner humor. So do you think Magnolia is her first or last name?
Last name, first name, Professor.
Yeah.
So does that make Sonia, Sonia's name Sonia Magnolia?
Sonia was Sonia Magnolia. But when you become a professor, your names shift.
No,
So Professor moves in, pushes Sonia to the last name, and Sonia pushes Magnolia off the end into the abyss.
Also, I've just always assumed that the last name's because Samuel Oak.
Yeah, that's true. So
And his brother.
Samson?
Not brother, cousin.
Oh, sorry, cousin. And their
Brother
weird,
cousin.
twisted abomination.
I don't know how Grand Oak is to him other than that he is a relative. But his name is Grand Oak.
There is a kid named Cash Money.
Is Grand a good name?
I'm not saying it's a good name, Ethan. I'm saying I've seen worse. Better? I don't know.
So in the time it took her to put on a new jacket and for us to walk to the train, Hop beat Ryan?
Or impressed that in the time it took for her to put on a jacket and you to walk over a crowd like to cheer you on it for. Yeah, probably.
You think Hop just Dynamax his sheep and the sheep just rolls over everything? It's just like, meh.
Probably.
And then he wins.
It probably goes bah! And everybody's like, we can't hit this thing.
But this thing can definitely hurt us. And it does.
What with the sheepiness and such.
I just realized. Let's stretch that out to the right size.
Yeah.
I got so perturbed by PokeLink not working, I didn't realize that the screen size also shrank.
But you know, realize.
Well, you certainly did say that.
To quote the great American philosopher Jaden Smith.
That's my joke. You can't pull that joke.
You
My
know,
version
one
of
shot
it-
me again. Clearly.
My version of it is great American philosopher Marshall Mathers.
Yeah. Did Marshall Mathers say realize?
No.
Are you trying to claim the great American philosopher intro? Because that was not you.
I'm saying great American philosopher insert rapper.
Yeah,
Jaden
that
Smith
wasn't
really best
you,
known as a-
Ian. You didn't invent that format.
Yeah, he's very popular.
As a rapper?
Yes.
Because I've always known him as a weird tweeter. And perhaps most popularly as Will Smith's son.
Eminem isn't Will Smith's son, Nathan.
And as a matter of fact, the person I got the great American philosopher did it with Will Smith in their piece.
Nathan
Who is a rapper.
Yes.
No.
Jaden Smith's most listened to song right here has 230 million listens on Spotify alone.
It's a lot. Guessing.
Yes.
I don't really have anything to compare it to.
I don't know. Let's go look at Taylor Swift just to have a comparison there.
Or even just like compare him to, Will.
Sure, we'll compare him to Will Smith. $190,000. 190 mil.
Versus 200 million. That's comparable. So he's doing better than his dad, at least.
Let's go another hip hop artist. Logic. Okay. That's the one all the white liked. The Suicide Hotline one, that the name of the song is just the Suicide Hotline number,
Okay.
had 90. So,
You're saying discount that one because it's an outlier?
yes. The next closest is 400 million.
Okay.
The next closest to that is 285.
This got like half a Logic isn't.
I don't know, just other artists in my search. Let's go look at Fleetwood Mac. Just go to Fleetwood Mac.
Who are not rappers.
They're not. But the most listened to song on Spotify is
That's gotta be Dreams.
It's Dreams.
No.
500. 500 million. So, he has a significant following.
Yeah, no, I'll give you. I didn't know that he was that big of a.
Guys, this horse kicked my lamp really hard.
Sorry to hear.
I really do like
Now,
Mudsdale.
so, let's compare it to,
I'm impressed that he's doing better than his dad.
let's compare it to Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know a song by Megan Thee Stallion?
Isn't she one on WAP?
Yes. But the one that really got her like noticed was the Savage remix with Beyonce.
Sure.
Believe me.
Yeah, I trust it.
And that one has 251 million. Now, WAP has 500 million.
Yeah.
But still. You know, he's comparable to, you know, this.
Yeah, he's definitely holding his own.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm as impressed that he's. If you would ask me who has more, who is a more influential rap artist, or at least who has more listens on Spotify versus Will versus Jaden, I would have told you
Will is a more
Will.
influential.
Will's more influential.
Let's be very clear on that.
Who has more listens?
Yeah.
I'd probably have told you Will.
He actually has more listens than Mariah Carey's "Baby Please Come Home for Christmas." Get about double. Now, does not have more than All I Want for Christmas this year.
Yeah,
That one has almost 800 million.
No.
It's coming off a plate.
not incredibly offensive.
Yeah, it's coming off a plate. You don't necessarily need to work.
Fadal's job is to set up screens, rapid spin, and be tanky.
But he can handle his own in the music shop.
Definitely a respectable person.
Yeah. And that's not including the remix of that song that has his dad on it.
I definitely, he was more. I don't think of him as a rapper. I think of him as Will Smith's kid.
Yeah.
Or the guy who tweets weird stuff, or the guy who's in a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
Or the guy who was in that movie, Jackie Chan.
I'm not a PP. Q Brett.
Rich just hops right on for that, knocks off.
I really need to have a move that's not. Although it's helping me this time. Well, maybe not. Maybe Electro Ball is actually just good on Cinderace.
Having the electric coverage is nice. I don't think you're really enough of a special attacker to say it's a truly competitive move.
No, but I was not expecting it to be useful this late in the game. And the times that I've had it, that I've used it, it's one-shot things.
Yeah.
And I'm post Elite Four, or post 8th gym now. So, like...
Now, I will say, he doesn't really compare anything to, like, Billie Eilish, who's, has
The
3
best.
songs over 1 billion plays.
Yeah.
Her song that came out, like, 2017 with Khalid on it, called Lovely. It's also a very good song. Has 1 billion. Obviously, Bad Guy has 1 billion.
Yeah.
Has 1.5 billion. But yeah.
And deservedly so. Bad Guy is great. Billie Eilish is great.
I really like her music. She had a new single come out, Therefore I Am. It's got very similar vibes to Bad Guy, and it is very...
Is it about her thinking?
That is part of the reference, yes.
Thanks, Nathan. You're a very powerful memist.
I don't know if the teachings of Socrates are a meme.
It should be.
When applied properly, they certainly are. Stick Drift made me pick Will-O-Wisp instead of Shadow Ball there.
Oh, now we got the tailwind up. Now he's got Ouija. Yeah. In the range.
God
This is not going well for you.
damn it.
Oh, it's bad.
Fuck off.
You did get the Will-O-Wisp miss too. And the
Yeah,
confusion.
the whole
Apple Waterfalls
thing.
doesn't have a huge one, and you hurt yourself. That's not a great turn.
The luck, the bad luck leaked into real life where the Stick Drift made me click the wrong move and then the wrong move missed.
This is gonna not feel great.
You got speed even with the tailwind, though.
Guys, Cinderace is really good.
Definitely really fast.
Hell, the level differences.
It does.
If y'all had been the same level, I'm not sure that outspeed happened. With the tailwind.
I have also filled this rabbit with vitamins. I expected that to win.
I did.
Noctowl has very high special.
Okay.
That's
Well,
a
it
dead
got
rabbit.
me.
Which is true to life. Owls eat rabbits.
Flame on.
Ian, I need you to do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to look up Magmar's Japanese name.
See your phone on better tempers.
Oh, let's see. By the way, Rusty, whenever you want, we can help you evolve.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a Magmar.
Actually, do I have a Magmarite? That might be a good thing to end the stream on.
You would have to go to the Isle of Armor to get one, I think.
Oh, you're
From the
right.
Isle of Armor to the Crown Tundra to get it.
Okay, that'll be a good thing to start the stream on next week.
Hey, where is
Yeah, Magmarizer isn't in... Well, unless you guys want to loan me a Magmarizer.
It would not be alone.
Yeah, it'd be a donate.
But
You may be able to make it with the Primomatic.
No, I mean, if you guys traded me something with a Magmarizer, like, right now to end the stream with, and then I trade you one back later.
we could do that. So,
If you guys are willing to.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. So, Nathan had me look up Magmar's Japanese name.
Ian, what's Magmar's name?
It's Boober. Yeah, Boober.
Like, imagining saying it in Jar Jar Binks.
Boober, use flamethrower.
It's gonna be a minute. Ian's running your switch.
Oh, you didn't have your Switch on and ready?
No.
Okay. Normally you guys are, like, grinding some other game during stream. I do
Yeah.
often as
I sent
well.
him my full and undivided attention.
Uh-huh. You certainly didn't spend last week talking the whole episode about the Pokemon Showdown matches you guys were having. I want to be clear, I'm not, like, mad about that.
What are we not mad about?
to have to name it.
What?
Give you a trade photo.
Did you clear out and put your trade photo?
I did just deposit them all. That's an egg fast.
It'll take me 45 seconds. Oh.
Oh.
Remind me that I owe you this Magmarizer.
Wouldn't lose sleep over it.
Okay.
You can also form it from wild Magmar, Magmar.
But those are also on the Crown Tundra only.
Correct. There is a repeatable method of getting.
Yeah. I'm certain that I have several on my main file. But this is not. So, Ian, what are we going to do for the end game? How far are we going to go?
Nathan.
Yep.
Hail, buddy, old pal, friend.
Yep.
I don't think you got a Magmarizer.
Hand it to your buddy or pal friend.
Yeah.
You don't have one?
I bet I do. Yep, I've got one.
No.
Just the one.
Let me know when you're ready to start searching.
You take just a sec. And trade. Link code. Go ahead and type it. Searching.
Also searching.
You can do this as searching.
Trade partner has been found. Time for a trade.
Trading with Candidas.
Oh no, I'm going to have a non-fire type on my team.
Are you trading me your main Magma or just the font?
No, this is my main Magmar. I figured you would equip the Magmarizer and then send it back.
That would have been smart, huh?
Did you
Well,
put the
Magmarizer.
Magmarizer onto that?
Sure did.
Okay, I'm going to send the Gremlin right back. Because I'd
Yeah.
kind of like to evolve the Magmar on stream.
Yeah.
That
No,
would that would be the point of the doing it on stream.
no. You're thinking 3 steps ahead, man.
Nathan,
You can have
don't
this.
send don't send the Magmar back,
Don't send the Magma back.
since you already have the Magmar. Send literally anything else.
Yeah, I got you. Here, have an egg.
Because you need the Magmar to actually put the thing on. You know?
Yeah, I get you. You can't tell I'm breeding impotence.
Oh yeah. Goodbye, Gremlin.
By Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?
Communication was interrupted because you've got to equip the thing, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Would you like to use the same link code you did last time? Would be a great question. I am searching.
I'm searching.
I may have hatched your egg.
That's okay.
Is this a shiny?
I doubt it.
No, I don't think so.
Doesn't look shiny to me.
Okay. What do you want me to nickname this gremlin?
As far as I'm concerned, you can keep it.
Well, no, I'm going to give it back to you. I did not nickname it. You can nickname it once, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Turning Magmarch can do this.
Yay. My friend. What? Magmar is evolving? Ah.
Can't believe we made something even more clown.
Rusty, you should do one more trade with me for one of those
For one of those what?
fodder mons.
Okay, how about the Sizzlipede?
Sounds good to me.
I know why. I know why this is happening.
What are you equipping on this?
The shell.
I'm giving you your shell back.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I should have been prepared and taken that off. I appreciate you.
Okay, while this is happening, guys, I think that'll be pretty much it here. We'll finish this up. But we'll be back tomorrow. I will be playing my extravaganza run of Pokemon Shield. We might beat the game. We'll see. But that'll be tomorrow. On Thursday, we'll be doing something probably Dynamax. We'll see. And then on Friday, Rusty will be back with probably again the finale of his silver.
Yeah, we're to be ending a whole bunch of things this week.
Yeah. And then Sunday we will be a little late starting most likely. But that'll be Nathan and Justin monster hunting.
Yep.
So tune in for that if any of that sounds interesting to you. Remember to pet your dogs. Stay safe out there and wear your masks.
Yup, yup, yup.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.